What's going on, everyone? Billy Insider here. Snuck away to record a quick video for you guys. No live stream today. It is Easter. Happy Easter, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. And we just wanted to talk about that game because it is the first win of the season, and it was certainly a wild game as well, back and forth. Phillies ended up pulling away at the end and closing the door. Castellanos makes a slight leaping catch at the end to seal it. A little bit nerve-wracking there with that play, but they got it done, Drew. How are we feeling after the first win of the season?
Feeling pretty good. I mean, the bullpen looked really good today for the most part. I mean, gave up the one run, but it was kind of like at least they came out throwing strikes today. That's really all we should care about at this point because the last couple of days that's kind of what they've been struggling with. And I mean, especially like the big guys like Alvarado and Strom and Hoffman and Dominguez. I mean, that's massive to see those guys having good outings and being productive for the team because they're a big part of what we're going to be doing this year. And they're like four of the big five guys in the bullpen. So that was really encouraging to see for sure.
100%. Yeah, Alvarado comes in, shuts the door at the end, gets a save there. Looked a lot better.
Yeah.
Got a couple nasty pitches there on a couple guys, and certainly an encouraging outing from him. Wasn't really concerned about either of them after the first outing. Strom, his fastball is still not quite at 94, 95 like it was last year. It's still around 92, 93 right now. So that's something to monitor through the first couple weeks of the season. It's still early, but you do want to keep an eye on that. However, I thought he looked good, and I thought he mixed his pitches well in his one inning of work. Got a couple Ks as well. Got a couple guys, or a guy or two looking. Um, I mean, really, the only blip in the bullpen was Sir Anthony, to be quite honest. He has not looked good through two games. Unfortunately, he's given up some hard contact. He had a nice strikeout right before he kind of imploded there. I mean, he throws it right on the corner at 96 on the sinker and then pumps it to 98, a couple inches off of that. Like, not maybe not even. It was right around the same vicinity, but it was certainly out of the zone, and he got him chasing. So he had a bright spot there. I thought some of his pitches looked good, but I think right now the slider's just not sliding the way he wants it to. And that was the story for a lot of last year. I don't know. I mean, I thought he looked really good in spring. I know you can't judge off of spring, but and it's only two games, but I am a little bit concerned in that regard there. And then to end it on a positive note, I thought Hoffman was awesome once again. I mean, he backs up Acuna high and in, and then just mows him down on three pitches right after that. And then, I mean, he gets another strikeout, freezes Olson, I think it was, and he's hyped coming off the mound. Just an easy inning for him. That guy's going to be an animal this year. He might end up being the best guy out of the pen. I know it's early returns, obviously, but I had that feeling at the start of the year that he might end up being one of the best guys in the pen too. So that was cool to see. I mean, he's been awesome.
Yeah. And another note, it was good thing to see the lineup hitting today. I mean, for the most
Yep.
part, I mean, Rojas had that double play that he beat out and that turned into a big inning. So I mean, even if you're not going to be doing productive things, you got to be hustling. And that was a good example of it. And I mean, the rest of the lineup, everybody looked pretty good, actually, I think, for the most part. I mean, nobody was totally lost. I mean, Castellanos actually looked decent today, which that was kind of encouraging to see after, especially after he looked the last couple of days. But Witt, I don't think did anything like notable, but and Pache obviously didn't either. But those are the last guys in the lineup. So at least the top guys today look pretty good for the most part.
Right. It was encouraging that Rojas at least had that boost to the team, even though he wasn't doing anything productive at the plate necessarily. And it's been a lot of weak contact so far. To beat that out and to get the first base there, and then to have that inning pan out the way it did, I mean, that's huge. That's huge. So I'm really excited about the potential of the top of this order with the way they hit today. And I was obviously excited about the potential of them before the season, but you didn't even have Harper today. And for them to start getting going offensively, have that momentum, that's really encouraging. And Boom, man. I mean, he's been really good to start the season. He's had a few things here and there, obviously, especially in the field. He had to play yesterday, but he looked really good once again today. And that pitch that he hits to Adam Duvall, yeah, it kind of blooped in, and Duvall almost made the catch and didn't. But he got his hands inside, and he tried his best to get the barrel around to the baseball. It was a sound piece of hitting, in my opinion. And he had that single earlier in the game too, to get on base. Didn't score on that, but I mean, he had a couple nice knocks today, and I think he's had overall productive at bats for the most part. I think Remuto, he just missed a home run today. I mean, that was
Man,
sums up the series for us. Like, we just caught a number of unlucky breaks sometimes too. We got dominated the first two games, but we also had a lot of hard contact that just, unfortunately didn't go the way we wanted it to. That one just barely. I mean, it was inches from going out. It was actually a home run in 28 of 30 ballparks, and the two were CBP and Camden Yards. So just unfortunate. I mean, that's just baseball. It's going to happen. But his new swing has looked a lot better. And overall, yeah, the lineup looked good. Trey didn't do much, but he came through with the clutch hit. That's all that matters. That's all we care about. And Schwarber was big too. I mean, the Schwarber bomb
And
early on, that was electric. And
classic
he's getting
Schwarber
base
game.
knocks. Right. He's getting base knocks too. Like that encourages me.
Yeah, I mean, every like Schwarber looked terrible the last couple days, so I mean, it was definitely good to see. And I think he had one single before that, right? That was his only hit in the series.
Yeah, he had the one yesterday, and then today he goes up. Yesterday was opposite field. Today he goes up the middle with it.
Yep, yep, you love to see it. I mean, these guys at the top of the lineup, they got to get going because the lineup runs through these guys. I mean,
Yep.
you don't win games if your top guys don't hit. I mean,
Right.
it's possible with our lineup, obviously. I mean, we have such a deep lineup that the bottom of the lineup could carry you for a night, but if your top guys go cold for any extended period of time, you're going to start losing a lot of games, and it's going to snowball very fast on you.
Yeah. And one thing I want to say on Schwarber too is not only does he get that hit that then moves Rojas to second base, he gets from first to third on the next hit.
Yeah,
He's been moving a lot better. We've been talking about
yeah,
the first couple pods. He's moving a lot better with the healthy knee right now, and also just DHing too. That's helped him a ton. So that's good to see. I don't
yep,
have too many other notes on the lineup, except I think the only other thing we need to discuss is, I mean, they really stacked the righties and then pinch hit the lefties today. I get it. I'm not going to complain about these guys not playing this early in the season just yet. And Marsh did not look that great in his two at bats versus lefties. Unfortunately, that was discouraging. After a lot of people said at some point you have to get him at ABs versus lefties, which I think you do. And it could just be, it's been a long offseason. He hasn't seen lefties since last year, but that was not encouraging. That being said, I think I don't think this will be a trend for Stott. I think Stott is going to play a lot versus lefties this year. He's going to get some off days because Witt is here now, and they can afford to do that now throughout a full 162. And he's just naturally going to get some more off days. But I would like to see Stott play most of the games this year. I don't need him to sit too often. So that's the only thing I
yeah.
would say. That was a bit of a controversy on Twitter today. I saw.
Yeah, I was just going to talk about Stott a little bit. He came in today and
Go
he
for it.
looked absolutely phenomenal. I mean, he had that nice walk against, I think it was Bummer, right?
I
And
think
then
so.
he hit that ball really hard off of Minter, which is
Yeah.
actually really good to see because that's their big lefty. I mean, that's their guy out of the bullpen as far as getting our lefties out. And if he's going to be hitting five behind Bryce, he's going to be facing Minter a little bit this year. So that's going to be a big thing to watch.
Absolutely. The only other thing I would say on today's game is I thought Ranger was very good despite the box score drew. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah, Ranger was painting all day today. I mean, that changeup was absolutely dancing. I mean, it was really fun to watch because I mean, he gave up that 2-run home run in the first inning, and that was good hitting by Albies, honestly. I mean,
Yeah.
Acuna, that was just he walked him, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Walked him and
Yeah,
then
yeah, he did.
gave up the home run. So that's just it's tough. But I mean, I'd rather you walk Acuna than give up a home run to him, honestly. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Albies is just he's a really good player. You can't really read too much into giving up a home run to that guy. He hits 30 every year. So I mean, yeah, Ranger was great today though. I mean, it's really good to see, and he's healthy. That's a big thing for him this time of year because the last few years that hasn't been the case.
Right. And the thing I would say on the Acuna walk, one, that was his only walk of the game, too. So you love to see that. And again, like you said, if that's the guy he's going to be careful with, by all means, I'm cool with that. Albies had that home run yesterday against Nola. It's like, how did that get out? And how did he hit that out? And I'm not saying that the one today was the same exact thing, but again, it's a good piece of hitting. Sometimes you have to tip your cap. And Ranger was absolutely dialed outside of that. He did have the run that he gave up late, but he only gives up four base runners as a whole today, and he strikes out seven. So, like you said, the changeup was great. He mixes his pitches so well. I thought today it was especially on display, and that's really all I got on the game today, Drew. I mean, I think that pretty much sums it up. It's good to just get in the win column. We're not going to start the year 0-5 this year. We got one against the Braves too in a close
Yeah,
game. To be in that type of game this early in the year too, it's just good to get in those types of situations and get the rust off. So yeah, very pleased with how the win went today. And now we go into a series against the Reds, which won't be easy, but I certainly think that the Braves series woke us up a little bit.
yeah.
Unfortunately, it had to happen that way, but I feel good about going into the next series now.
Yeah, and it's not obviously it's not going to come into play right now, but you're only one game back of the Braves versus being 3 games back, and that's big for being in the division race. I mean, you don't want to start 3 games behind them.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, yeah, yeah. So the Braves, or I think the Mets and Marlins are also winless right now. So that's nice to see.
Shocker.
Somehow the Nationals won yesterday against the Reds, which is something else. So we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, it is good to see that the Phillies will not be in a big hole through 3 games. So that being said, Drew, I don't got anything else to say. I think we pretty much covered everything here. Thank you guys for watching. Happy Easter. We hope you guys enjoy celebrating if you are. And yeah, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Anything else you want to say before we sign off, Drew?
Nope. Everybody enjoy your holiday, the rest of your holiday, and have a good week.
All
We'll
right.
probably be live
Thank you,
tomorrow
guys.
or Tuesday. So
Yeah, absolutely. All right. We will see you guys soon. God bless.
peace.